Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. This week we are in Austin, Texas at IT Expo West 2011. On our program, Brian Heirholzer, the president of Artisan Infrastructure. Brian, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
So the last time we saw each other was probably a Mitel event in the summer, but prior to that you were on the program when we were in Dallas.
Correct.
And so what I was hoping is, if we can start at the top with just a 30-second overview of your company one more time, just for those people who haven't seen the prior interview, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, so Artisan Infrastructure is the industry's first and only wholesale infrastructure as a service platform.
And by wholesale, you're selling to who?
We only service the service provider, so our customers are managed service providers, small telcos, software as a service developers, platform as a service. We're the only one in the industry that is in the infrastructure business but isn't in the solutions business, platform as a service business. We are all the way to the bottom of the stack, and we'll do zero retail or direct business.
Now you've got some new things happening as well. I was hoping to touch on those.
Yeah, so our big focus has been in the managed service provider space. We have nearly 200 service providers that we've onboarded. We're bringing on about 1.5 managed service providers a day these days, so volume has been really nice. But where we're starting to turn our focus is in the voice world. I come from the telecommunications background, and I know that the telecom business is kind of up in arms, or there's a little bit of a paradigm shift with hosted services, asterisk, a few things that have been around for a long time. But really what's nice is the emergence of service provider licensing agreements. Virtualization has really come to the forefront in virtual appliances that can be run in an infrastructure platform. So what Artisan Infrastructure is announcing is the industry's first voice-grade infrastructure platform that's built dedicated for voice-over IP applications. So for the first time, the emerging service provider, somebody looking to go into the telecom space and get out of the agent business or getting out of the VAR business, now they have the ability to go directly into the voice business and leverage a unified communications platform, let's say Mitel, for example, who's completely virtualized their entire software stack. They can spin up those solutions into an infrastructure platform that's built from one end to the other for voice-grade applications.
And this would explain why you were at the Mitel event that I saw
Correct.
you at. Okay,
Correct.
Now it's all coming together.
Yeah. So today, you can become a service provider almost overnight. You don't have to have these multi-million-dollar budgets. You have software licensing agreements through vendors like Mitel and 2600 Hertz. You've got infrastructure on demand that's voice-grade for the first time on a pay-as-you-grow basis. And now you have the infrastructure, you've got the service provider licensing models, and now you have delivery mechanism to go into the market as your own service provider and deliver those hosted services and not rely on the large telco.
That's great. So really tremendous reasons for people that are in the voice business to reach out to you, right?
Yeah, exactly. So keep in mind, we don't do any direct business, so we also don't resell any specific solutions. So our customers, they want to choose the vendor of their choice, whether it's a ShoreTel that may virtualize an appliance at some point and get outside of that iron, or Mitel that's already made the decision to do that, or 2600 Hertz. They can go and they can grab their own faxing vendor that can be supported in a virtual appliance. They can get a call recording vendor, wrap all those together, and maybe talk with a Shango who's introducing a product today for service orchestration. So they can tie all those pieces together into a solution, and now they've got the infrastructure it's built on, and they're in business literally within weeks with very little capital outlay.
So what's next? Yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah. It's a huge change. I mean, the question becomes, how do you differentiate if it's easy to get in this space? But that's a secondary issue that we can
Well, that's called product portfolio, right?
Well, marketing, branding, right? That's where you've
exactly.
got to spend your
and that's really what we're here for MSP world specifically, but also the show as in general is for the first time. There's massive entrance into the cloud computing space, software as a service. You have Microsoft that's gone direct into the business, selling into the small bit into the SMB market. The VAR existed for so many years because you had software that you had to load onto something, so they needed those hands. Right? And now with the advancement of Google driving Microsoft into the realization that they need to go direct to the end customer potentially, they don't need software to install on any device. They're just delivering it through the cloud. There's really no need for the VAR anyway. And there's a way to give them 15 points, I guess, to resell the solution.
Right.
But now, it's kind of the managed service provider and the emerging service provider realize that, they're at a significant crossroads with software as a service and these large billion-dollar companies going direct, they really need to grab their own control of their solution portfolio. Now is the time to brand outside of Microsoft, right? Now is the time to brand outside of Symantec per se, and potentially grab and choose vendors that enable them to own and manage and deliver their own solutions, build their own brand in order for them to be viable long-term in the market. So they grab those solution vendors, put it on an infrastructure platform that enables them, that won't compete for them. Now they have their brand, they have their product portfolio, they have better margin, and they have better long-term viability.
So what's next for the company?
More of what we're doing today. We're really just trying to get the awareness out. Like I said, we have 200 service providers today. We hope to have in the next 24 months a few thousand. In addition to that is we're going to be talking about our own Artisan Infrastructure Cloud Solution Lab series. And what that is that's built around our ecosystem of ISV partners that are enabling these emerging service providers to be able to test and deploy these solutions without any risk or capital expense, with no software licensing obligations. So in a classroom setting, we may be able to bring in 250 emerging service providers, them to be able, they can try 3 different VDI solutions, 3 different voice over IP solutions, 3 different collaboration and email solutions. Whatever it is, choose those, bring those up in a classroom, instructor-led classroom setting, and be able to take those solutions home and trial those to see what product portfolio they want to add into the mix.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being on the program again. Great to see you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Great job.
Hey, what do you say there, buddy? Hello, what do you say there, buddy? Hey, 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 what do you say there? Check, check, check.